Moshi Moshi. We're back here again. Here we go. We're gonna pick up this from about 1.5 hours worth of work. So this is my 1.5 hours, and we're gonna try to paint that in. So we're going to do Atsunuri, and only Atsunuri today, which means we have roughly 1.5 hours to do it. We'll call it 3 hours for the work, maybe 1.5 hours, 2 hours. Hopefully we can get as much value out of it as we can. And in fact, what we're actually going to do, we're going to add highlights and stuff and all the fancy as well. Hopefully it's good. I don't like that color. Go blue and a bit bluer. No. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. T-shirt goes away. And I have to clean up some of this line art too. Oh, yo. Ah, that's not the jumper, hang on. T-shirt. Okay, that's fine. I didn't put on the wrong layer. I am going to remove this because I don't like that. It needs to be a bit better than that. Let's low effort. Let's go look at Totoro again. T-shirt new clip. There we go. It is the same color as the skin actually, so but I want to do a better shape. A better shape than just... Hang on. I just noticed something. Let me go fill my jumper layer again. Oh, the t-shirt layer needs to bugger off. Good. Let me just quickly clean this line up here. Some of these lines are terrible, man. Who the hell drew them? Horrible. Just polishing it up a bit. That's nice. That's nice. Here we go. That's my jumper layer. I want to clean this up, but I feel like that's part of the experience. It's part of the picture. It's not necessarily a bad line, it's just a messy line, and I feel like that's part of it. But we will clean it up. Yeah, that hand is so bad actually. Anyway, back to this one we go. The middle one is fairly even. So this way. Maybe a smaller brush. And I want to just rotate it a tad. It's not very balanced, so let me just try to do something about that here. My stream actually ended up starting late because I was watching No Game No Life. Amazing show, amazing show. It actually kind of curves around, doesn't it? This kind of sits in the middle here, like this. What have I done? There's only 2 rows. There's no more than 2 rows. I think this much is fine. It's quite subtle. Not too noticeable. Ah? Is that... Oh, I see. Because the jumper's below the t-shirt, I see. Let's just inverse the selection and just delete everything out of this frame and then just pull this right down below the jumper. Actually, this is fine even. Really doesn't matter. Could just leave this as it is. Oh, but it's not centered though. That's quite upsetting. What does this will do? I'm happy with this. These lines, I tried messing with the line art here, but with the fold, I mean. It's not... It's close, but not quite there yet. I don't know how to... Like, it's not quite it, but fairly close kind of feeling, you know? Go and just quickly color this shirt in. Maybe if I bring this, if I bring this up a bit. Oh, it's so tricky. Actually tricky. Well, all we know is we just have to paint it in, I guess. But let's get to it. We have the body outline here, so that can help us with the shading. Let's grab... I'm just trying to think what the best way to do this is. Let's start on the hair first, I guess. We'll hide this for now. Let's start on the hair. Flip this. Ikage. So yesterday we went with a bluish color, so we're gonna go with the same thing again, hard lights. And if I need to, I'll adjust the opacity, so that's a bit too blue. Maybe a bluish gray. That's an okay color. A bit lighter? No, it needs to be dark. Too dark. That's fine. So the Ichikage will come in just like this again. Nice and strong. The head's in the shadows, so... Sorry, the head's inside the hood, so it's gonna have Ochikage there. Same thing with the jumper. Hard lights. That arm's broken. That arm's absolutely broken no matter how you look at it. Well, we should have just done a different picture, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see. Pretty close, I think, to what I want. That's fine. The shirt next. Or should I do the skin? Let's do the shirt next. I'm just thinking if I should paint over all the layers, but it makes it hard to clean up afterwards if I want to do a different color. Let's do it as a... I'm trying to just resave this. Alright, it's fine. I'm going to merge all of it, and then we're going to do it all on one layer. I'm going to regret this. I'm going to regret this decision very, very quickly, but we're going to do it anyway. Merge all, preserve invisible layers. Okay, there we go. Put the line art back in. Great. And then Ikage. I'm gonna regret this so hard right now, actually. Gonna be a shadow here, shadow this way. But what makes it easier is because when I painted the neck, for example, here, I don't need to worry about going across multiple layers. And the same thing will apply with the chest. Only reason is I think this was a good idea is because if I do a chest shadow here, I would end up having to draw it across 2 layers and trying to match it. But if I just do this, it's easier, I think. There's going to be a bit of a shadow here. Now the reason why it's hard is because now if I want to just do a shadow inside the shirt, it's just spilling onto the jumper regardless, so I have to go and clean up. In exchange for some convenience, I lose some others as well, so that's a trade-off. At this point in time, I have determined that it is probably worth more to be able to draw the neck in and the chest in easier, rather than being fussy about the random clothes shadows here. This can just go away. This looks a bit weird though. Probably needs to just come out this way. And there should be a phone shadow here, so pull this out here somewhere. At the Ichikage this way as well. And then the hair, of course the hair, hang on. Now this is gonna spill right onto the skin, but I think that's fine still. I think that is to be expected. I think it's reasonable. Just kind of slap it in like this. We just erase it out. We'll clean it up afterwards, I suppose. We haven't done the eyes on this one. We have to redo the eyes as well. Well, I like painting eyes, so I think that's fine. Painting eyes is always fun. Need to clean up this bit of shadows over here. It's not supposed to be shadow, it's just turned out that way, so put this in here. Clean this up here. Now let's just pull this in so that we can see where the shadows need to go for this section. Hello, Chan. Nice to see you streaming. Nice to see you on my stream again. Thanks for joining. How are you today? Hope you've been having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for always joining. I was so tired, but I have to stream. I was watching No Game No Life, and that was amazing too. So, gotta try my best, just like everyone. Oh, I almost forgot the fingers, but we'll deal with that in a bit. Probably need to slap some shadows on the phone as well, right here, like this. Nah. Getting almost there, thanks. I'm doing a new level of artwork, so I don't know if you managed to join us till the end yesterday. I'll show you what I did yesterday. We did this yesterday. And actually, let me show you the finished PNG. So we did this for the big finish yesterday. Now I'm just going to use a different painting style, so I'm going to paint it differently. I managed to pull this off at the very end. But yeah. I'm glad you're having fun joining as well. Let me just get rid of this one. We're going to paint this a bit differently than I did here, and then we're going to add a few more things like highlights, for example. Close the wrong one. No, 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 no. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Please. No, no, what? Oh, wait, this is the right one? This is the right one. I got so scared for a second there. Oh, my heart stopped. But yes. So we're going to start with this. And then we're going to use our magic brushes. Start blurring things out. Normal. Hard luck. I probably shouldn't do that. Let's do this and let's just merge this. Biscuit, let's call this V2. I'm just being afraid, but let's merge this and hopefully I won't regret doing this. Hang on. Okay, here we go. And then we're just gonna mesh some of these colors, make it a nice and gradiented line. For some sections it's gonna be fairly sharp, but like the shape of the arm, for example, the contours gonna be not so harsh. So we're gonna try to mesh these colors together. Clean some of these sections up here as well. Ah, hang on. I don't want it to spill outside. Let's make sure I haven't. That's good. And then pull this in a bit. It's mixing the colors quite a bit though. Color mixing level. Let's reduce it a bit. I don't want to mix so much. Or maybe I need to mix it a bit more than that. I don't actually know what the complement is. I probably should check it out before I keep painting. How does this work? I think we've gone wrong somewhere. I think we've absolutely gone wrong somewhere. Okay, so this just paints over everything. Hang on. Slightly different, but maybe I can pull something like this and with a transparency, increase it a bit. We can do this. I'll use the watercolor to mesh this in here. I don't know if it's mixing a bit too strong or not mixing enough. I think I already got to sleep yesterday, so I know that's alright. Thanks for joining again today. I'm glad to see you again. I do quite like it. I think it's quite cute as well. Absolutely. Thanks for the inspiration. You told me about... you asked me to draw Totoro, so that's where I got the idea, and it was very good. I like it. So thanks for sharing with me. Great to have you on the stream. This is too damn strong. Why's my color mixing the... Oh, it's... Why is it so strong actually? Is it the opacity? I've gone and messed up my brushes. I don't remember what my usual brush settings are. This painting won't be as cute because it's going to make it look more real than not. So that's going to happen and it won't look as cute, I don't think. Well, let's quickly paint this section in, I suppose. We can do this here. Yes, it is. Where are you from? Where are you from, Dootsy Cutie? What time is it? Are you staying up late? I suppose you are because you fell asleep yesterday. Thanks for joining me even if you're really tired. I do appreciate that. I know sometimes it's not the best time because I stream really late, but thanks for checking in. Philippines, another person from the Philippines. Excellent. Most of my viewers are from the Philippines. Thanks for joining. Just blend this chest in. Oh my god. I do need to ease this off just a bit. This is where the shadow is supposed to be the sharpest though. And then on the lower half it's supposed to be a bit more gradual. Because of the... what's it called? The difference in the surfaces is supposed to be a bit more sharper, but having a bit of a problem with that. Why am I missing these lines? Did I merge it down by accident? I thought it was... Oh man, the folder. I merged the folds down by accident. Horrible, horrible. I thought they were on a separate layer already, but that's fine. I can draw them back in. It's not a huge deal. Let's quickly draw them back in, I guess. Yeah, I don't like that thing. I like this one though. And this one. Just lighten some of these up a tad. I want to blur this a bit more, but it needs to be a bit crisp because it's the shadow from the head and they fall. It's actually really close between the head and the body, so it does get crisp. Ease this section off as well. I ended up drawing it separately anyway because of the difference in the shading color. I'm gonna blur this out a bit, just a bit. And then let's quickly fix this while I'm here too. This looks untidy as well. So it's not a huge problem. Shadowing another type of brush. So I drew it in with a hard brush, and this is a watercolor brush. So most your drawing tools like Clip Studio and Fire Alpaca Paint Tool Sai will have a watercolor type brush. If you're using things like Photoshop, you might just have to make your own. So this is a standard brush, but with opacity at the end. So if I do this, it's a low transparency mixing brush. But depending on the software, you get various effects. So for example, this is hard to tell. If I do red here, and then I get a bit blue. Because of the transparency, it starts mixing colors as well. So if you do it in Clip Studio, for example, it'll mix the colors a lot more. It'll even distort your lines. So you just have to be careful. But long story short, it's a specific brush called watercolor. I'm just going to decrease the brush size, increase the opacity. That's too much. But I do use airbrush as well. Airbrush has its place. So I'll show you how I'm using the airbrush in just a second. Now, here's the airbrush. Oh, that's gonna be so difficult. How do I even do this? This is not okay, hang on. Will I increase the opacity? Okay, that's a bit too much. So I'm gonna just swoop this in here this way. And we're gonna go hard lights. Soft light? No, hard lights. And then I need to make it darker, so filters, hue, darker. This will do though. It's actually pretty good. And then now I have to erase it out. So this is airbrush. Hang on, normal. So I'm using the airbrush here to make it look more circular. This is especially noticeable with like skin. It's so weird because I'm doing this here, but normal dark color. That random line that needs to be darker, I think. This makes it look terrible, actually. I need to erase this section over the top. Yeah, I shouldn't have drawn those lines. And hang on, let me go and erase it. Let's go and erase here. Empychan, are you ignoring me? Yes. Ohio gozaimasu. Getting ignored feels bad, man. Hi. Not that layer. Why is it like that, actually? Why is it... Oh, well. Call it a normal and then let's just... This is difficult, man. This picture in particular is especially difficult. I don't like this. DCP. DCP indeed. Look at it get shortened, dude. It's a bit too transparent. Just have to reduce the transparency a bit, I think. Kinda sucks. I don't know what is with this. I'm not happy with this chest. Long journey since it has been. Big journey. It's all true. It's all true. I'm really not happy with this. I don't know why. I can't demonstrate the airbrush effect on this one. Maybe I just... I don't know. I give up. Save it for the next picture. I tried my best. And got so far. That's look very 3D, but I feel like that's not the intended effect. I think the shadows are just way too strong. Maybe I just need a softer color, no? That's too light. Go back one. Fine, this will live. It doesn't look horrible. There's a chest. It gets the point across. Shake my head. I've become so used to drawing skin that I forgot how to draw clothes. My pictures get more and more naked every time. Bit too strong, hang on. What's happened there? Why is it so strong? There's one shade to be there, like maybe something like that. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm not too happy with it, but we'll live. Go and ease the skin here. I wanted to do an Atsunuri, but it's not too good. Lines are fairly crisp here because it's closer to the object casting the shadows, so it's fine. And just ease some of this off because this is not actually a shadow from the hood. For Empychan couch potato. I'm sure there's lots of people that can draw more than I can. And I'm on the bottom end of the bottom as well. NATO still backseats me all the time. So I'm glad that, thanks for the praise though. I do appreciate you. So thank you for that. Go and do this. I feel like this has a bit too much shadow, just a bit. So let's erase some of it out. It's fine. Now, I want to try to add highlights, which is what we left out last time. I wonder if this is a bit too strong. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting the highlights in here. No, I don't like this. Hang on. Size by pressure. Okay, minimum width is a bit too much. Let's bring it out. Okay, here we go. That's a bit better. Hey, Easy Muffin, thanks for joining. How are you today? Très bien, très bien. That's not the right line though. Wait, is this its own layer? Its own layer. Okay, great. So realistically, this should come in. The light's this way, so it's gonna end up this way-ish. Hey moderator, how's your day? Your name is not moderator. By the power vested in me. By me, in fact. Yes, yes, yes. I now dub you moderator. The moderator muffin. Something like that? Yeah, okay. Looks good. Now we have to actually think how I want to fit it in. There's a few ways we can fit in. That's like a Pokemon way, which is like all the dots, but I don't want to do that. But Seo Koji paintings are all like absolutely, because he only does beta nuri, which means all my pictures are gonna look like super sharp, but I don't want that. Let's go look at Chobi's picture. He posted a new one. Wow. Chobi doesn't. He just airbrushes the highlights in, interestingly. Or I should just airbrush the damn highlights in. He doesn't actually draw highlights like this. Well, he does a bit. It's not so much. It's hard to get that kind of pattern. I need to study this watercolor brush thing and Bobby a bit more. So it looks like the way he's approaching this is for each of these clumps of hair, he draws in a highlight of its own. Wait. That's officially start. I hope you won your combat. I didn't win my combat. My combat was nightmarish. I have to try again tomorrow. My combat's a big long combat. Now this is a tricky part because I'm drawing in the direction of the hair. How do I even do highlights on this? Maybe just as much is fine. In fact, I'm gonna do a new layer under this. Pull this down and then Give it a bit of a highlight. Something even lighter. Actually, maybe something even darker. You know what they say. Something, something, something. Brightest lights, darkest shadow. I don't like that. This is to add a glow effect. So this will add a bit of a glow. I'll grab the watercolor, lower the opacity, bring this out. Darken it just a tad, and then between these two layers, I'm gonna go and add some dark. Let's just add it straight to this actually. Not dark enough. Hang on. Bit darker. Not too much. Not too much that is overly noticeable. Just a touch here and there. Probably want to do a bit more with the airbrush. There's a fun tad of highlights for this hair. Just that it's barely there. Now I can do highlights for the rest of everything else. White highlights are fine, I think, but maybe we do something else. You must be an industrious person. Answering my midterms. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you should be doing that. Usually it's a good idea. Is that actually the line art? Line art's red there for whatever reason. Wow. Let's see. The eyes have no color. I haven't colored the eyes yet. There's still skin color. I'm just trying to do the body first. So we're absolutely missing on the body section. Wondering if I'm doing too much of a highlight here. I just want to show the section that the light is hitting, I suppose. So not too much, just as much as fine. There goes all of it. Flip. Okay, there we go. Depends on how strong the light is. For the shadows being this dark, the light is unusually weak from what it looks like. So maybe a bit more highlights wouldn't kill. But I don't want it to look shiny, you know? Like, I don't want it to look like it's a shiny piece of thing. This, for example, can have a nice highlight. Hang on, lower transparency. I'm just worried that it's going to end up looking like shiny. Some highlights where the folds end up. I think that's fine. Let's add some to the skin as well. I need to improve my brushes. Like, if I understand brushes better, I think my drawings will improve heaps. Some of the problems I'm having are like not getting the brush strokes that I should be using, kind of thing. This way. Yeah, I think having better brushes and brush strokes will help a lot. So I should look into that. Kind of okay. We got the highlights in somehow. Let's make this some kind of a fruit. Clearly I don't eat fruit, so I don't know what fruits look like. It does have a leaf, okay. I wasn't sure if it had a leaf or not. Vertical GPU mounted in my PC, nice. Not entirely sure what that is, but very nice. Thing is, this also Sonic Cast 3. I also do not know what that is, but very nice. I think it has stopped drawing for me. It's time to restart Fire Alpaca. Make this a bit more shiny because it is sort of metallic. It's not really metallic, but we'll just pretend it is. Oh, well, I kind of forgot, but we need to do the Nikage now. The Nikage is the parts of the body that need a bit more shadow. Like this section, for example, needs a bit more shadow. And this other section as well. I was on the highlights layer, never mind, I'm stupid. Not much that actually needs a Nikage, I don't think. Use color when it lots of various choices. Clip Studio, oh my lord, Clip Studio had so much brushes. I just was like, yeah, nah. I stuck to one brush and it didn't help. It was just so hard. Get some Nikage in here. This probably should be like shadow color, you know? Not that gray color. I don't think. Oh, it looks a bit better. It looks feeling the same, but this is yellower, so I think I like this better. Just get rid of here. And let's just quickly do some Nikage out here. Oh. Some of these sections here just need to be a bit darker than the other shadows, so we call that Nikage. Just put that in there. Probably should look into that a bit more as well. Wouldn't be bad to actually know what I'm doing here. There's supposed to be a Sankage, but I don't have the patience for that. There's another thing called that's two. You're a bit redder. Another thing called Hanshaku that I have to add. Is it too red? I don't know. And this is something I learned recently. I don't know what it's actually called, but you're just adding a bit of red. There's a tiny bit, almost unnoticeable. That's actually way too much red, I think. Let me just add a bit of Nikage to here as well. That's actually too strong. Yeah, that's just good. By adding multiple shadow, it looks a bit more complex than just a two-color kind of thing. This thing. Oh, you found me a picture of what you were building. I'll have a check afterwards. I'm in the zone right now, man. I'm in the zone. Apart from this chest, which I hate. Like, everything seems a bit better now, though. We're gonna add some Hanshaku. We're gonna go with the same background. So I'm gonna grab a nice blue. And this is gonna be our Hanshaku. So what this is it's a reflection of lights from the environment, like from the ground and stuff. So this is a reflection from the opposite direction. It goes where the shadows are. It's not in the shade though. So sorry, it's not in the shadows, but it's in the shade. So maybe not there. Really helps her blend in with the background when it comes in. Back from watching hentai, I mean anime. Welcome back. We don't judge here. Hentai very welcome. Hentai is very welcome here too. So I suppose let's start on the eyes. I had to fix the eyes yesterday, but I didn't end up doing it on this picture. Here we go again. I have to fix this damn thing again. Even though I just done it yesterday. Nani? Okay. Slap this in. Slap it. Slap it in. Like this section is not okay, but this shape is not okay, but am I low on time? Not really. Probably could if I wanted to. Test the curve a bit more this way. It's a hard thing, these eyes thingies. That look good? I think that's better. Barely alright. Barely legal. Whatever, we'll have to give it a pass. Right, nice. New layer. Eyes. And unlike the other one, we're going to draw with my hard pen. Wait, my G pen. The one without the blurriness. I want to see how it treats everything else, I suppose. I'm going to just draw this highlight in here. That reminds me, Miyajima Reiji stream, so I probably should go check out his stream. See what I can steal. He's the mangaka that does Kanojo Okarishimasu, like Rent a Girlfriend. Some crazy good stuff he does. Go stealing some techniques. Here we go. Here we go. Erase this section, thin it out a bit. Very nice, very nice. Ease this section off a bit as well. And look, I like the feel of this already. We can do a new layer on top of this, and then we're gonna paint it fairly dark. Just black eyes, just like my eyes. My eyes are black. Let me just start by painting this section in, I guess. Oh, that wasn't good. Now, since we're clipping this, it doesn't seem to have painted this area. So I didn't like it, but this works. Now I'll have to redo the highlight section again, but that's not a problem. And paint the section that we're missing with white. Go back here, grab a lighter gray, just barely. I want to, let's just merge this down, that's fine. No, that's not fine. Let's select, inverse this. And delete anything that's not on there, that's not being clipped. And we can take off the clipping. Because I need this to clip onto this, so it doesn't spill out. We'll do watercolor and go a bit lighter. Draw the bottom section. Me gusta, me gusta. We'll do the highlights last. So this section needs to be white. So I'm just going to paint that in very quick. That's the highlights done, and then now we go eye highlights. Where am I? Don't worry about the spelling. Spelling doesn't matter right now. I like doing this where I bring it down and then layer two of them this way. Erase this. There we go. And then we're gonna add some really light colors so that we give it a bit of a pop. And we're gonna give it a bit of a, hang on, bring this up. Another highlight down here, fairly strong. And to top it off, we're gonna pick lime green like usual. And trace the inside of it. Make it a bit interesting. Needs a bit more. Needs a bit more. I'm going to do a hard light and I'm going to go hard red. I'm going to use a watercolor brush though. Then we're going to bring the opacity down a bit. The eyes look quite colorful now. It's sparkly. Hopefully that's the trick. What do you guys think? Should I draw Totoro's mouth in as well? Should I put the mouth into this one? Of course I have to, for the sake of. Otherwise it will be a completely different picture. Erase some of this because it's going a bit too far off. Shouldn't curve like this. It looks like a Joker. I'm gonna use. Oh, I'm so tempted to use the analog pen, but let's be good. Let's be good today. Let's do it as a draft. Do it all nice and proper. This needs to. This was just a normal smile and needs to come down this way. This is the apex. And then this comes down this way. Doesn't feel quite right, so this needs to curve a bit more. Does it look normal now? The apex isn't quite right either. Meet there. Raise these sections. Looks pretty good. And then now I have to add a bit of a curve to this. So this gentle curve. And hopefully it'll be fine. Kinda looks alright. I need to twist and adjust it to small bits. So now I'm gonna go back to the watercolor and try to mesh it in. Let me just change it to a lighter gray first, I suppose. That's too light, actually. I'm gonna make these ugly lines go away and make it look a bit more painted. Just trying to change the texture rather than just a random clean line. And to make it a bit smoother, velvety. Imagining a velvety hot drink. That's the kind of feeling that we're after. Over here, flip this over, paint this in. And now I have to actually go and clean this up. I have to clean these and then actually paint this section back in as well. Grab the watercolor brush. Let's grab the mouse first. See how many of these actually go away when I paint it in. I'm painting on the wrong layer. Really hard to tell, man. You can't tell which sections are places I haven't painted or places I need erasing. I'm gonna use watercolor again. Ah, smaller lines, bigger teeth. I think that's too wide. That's way too wide. Aye. There we go. Looks somewhat like him. It's not really a him, is it? Let's add the nose in as well, since we're here. Being a face mask and all. It'll make it look a bit nicer, I think. Maybe we just go a bit darker. There's a thing over the nose like this, but I think it's just a shadow. I'm thinking if I should draw it in or not. Let's just draw it in, I guess. Alright, one Atsunuri picture complete. And let's put the background in again. So in fact what I can do is I'm going to be lazy. Let's go here. I'm gonna resave this Atsunuri. I'm gonna call this a 3-hour budget. Ooh, we're going to actually. We're going to do some of the line art fixing it. I didn't do. So Edo trace. We're gonna go do that now. Let's use this pen. Too light. Let's go a bit darker. Some of the body parts aren't that good. Honestly, the proportions are terrible, but that's the point of the picture anyway. The point is the face. If people aren't looking at the face, I'm not doing my job right. Oh yeah. That's how it happens. This needs to be darker down here. But not that dark. I like my crisp lines, man. The lines visible does have a bit of an effect, I think. I'll just make this a bit darker here. For the section that's being hit by the light, I probably should make it significantly lighter. Here, for example. Blur this in a tad. Make this a bit bluer here, maybe. Maybe even darker than that. A bit too much, maybe a bit lighter. And with the brown hair, I want to go a bit dark. It just kind of meshes in here. This side I want to be darker. And same with the hair at the back. Quickly grab the skin, make it dark. A bit too much, make it a bit more orange. Color the ears. Do some decent Euro trace. Here we go. And not to forget, we're going to add red highlights like usual to the eyes. We just increase it. Oh, that's too much. Hang on. Yeah, that's a bit too bright. Just to prettify it. Really happy with this. Great. Merge all. Let's preserve invisible for now. And I'm going to be cheap and just paste this in here. Where did it go? There you are. Line it up on top. So this is the difference between the hang on, not that one. Tier 1 and the tier 2. So this is a tier 1, tier 2. A bit more softer, a bit more nicer. Just gonna increase the size of it actually. In fact, since I already done that, let me just do this. Oh, I want to use the pen. Like a before and after. Does look nicer, I think. I hope. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Alright. Day 2, round 2 Totoro done. Excellent. I was going to do a third tier with like a full body and a background and everything, but I can't. I don't have the patience. I want to draw something new. I want to draw something new. We'll just save this. Oh boy. We did it, team. We did a Totoro. So the Hanshaku that we spoke about earlier, where we see this section, for example, we painted in with purples, like here as well. And if we go back, oh, I can't even go back to the original. It now blends in with the purple nicely. Like the purple light is being reflected back what it looks like. Rather than just a picture and a background, it's like merging together in the same space. Feels natural. And I'm glad we did that. I want to draw some other stuff now. I want to draw another picture. I want to get started on it, but this is Totoro for today, I guess. Not even 11:30 yet, man. Wow. I want to actually end up drawing another fan art, but who do I draw? I don't want to draw Momo again. I'm done with Nekomachi. Or maybe I do like a character portfolio sheet. Few different poses kind of thing. Should I draw an original character? I want to draw Pecora, but it's so hard to draw a decent Pecora. Wonder what all the other VTubers are up to. I had an idea to draw Matsuri as well, but damn, that's some hard stuff. Let's go look at my pictures. Well, that's a drawing competition for it's playing an ad. Help! Mute. Yikers. Free drawing app on the phone decided to play ads. Oh, I wanted to redraw Haruna as well. I have an idea for a picture, but it's a hard one. It's gonna be so hard. I can't close my app. Like, my phone keeps... Oh. It was like playing it even if I close my screen. Woo! I want to draw something that can be a realistic picture, man. Like Chobi's pictures. But everything I want to draw is like very, very anime. Like this picture right here, for example, is super anime. What can I draw? What can I draw? Of a real-ish person that's not as deformed. I've been watching way too much anime. I don't look at real people enough. Unfortunate. That's the fun of it though, right? Like, I don't want to paint a portrait. Like, even if I see someone in real life that would be an interesting drawing, I just make it into an anime anyway. I think that's fine. Oh, oh, almost got it. Mosquito bastard flying in front of me again. I knew I'm not crazy. Alright, well, having said that, it has been a short stream. I'm going to try to see if I want to find something that I want to draw and go from there. But thank you so much for joining, all of you. Nice to see you all again. And hope to see you all another day. Goodbye.